Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A steep nose-down descent by an aircraft. A headlong plunge into water. Drop steeply. A cheap, disreputable nightclub or dance hall. Plunge into water. I was afraid to dive from the board into the pool. Swim underwater. A steep nose-down descent by an aircraft. A steep nose-down descent by an aircraft. A sudden sharp drop or rapid decline. The stock took a nosedive. Plunge nose first. Drop with the nose or front first of aircraft. A headlong plunge into water. An athletic competition that involves diving into water. Cause to be immersed. The professor plunged his students into the study of the Italian text. Begin with vigor. She plunged into a dangerous adventure. Immerse briefly into a liquid so as to wet, coat, or saturate. Drop steeply. The stock market plunged. Thrust or throw into. Fall abruptly. It plunged to the bottom of the well. Devote oneself fully to. A brief swim in water. A steep and rapid fall. Dash violently or with great speed or impetuosity. She plunged at it eagerly. Pull lightly but sharply with a plucking motion. Make or move along with a sound as of a horse's hooves striking the ground. Set something or oneself down with or as if with a noise. Drop steeply. Baseball, hitting a baseball so that it drops suddenly. With a short hollow thud. A hollow twanging sound. A cheap, disreputable nightclub or dance hall. A downward slope or bend. The descendants of one individual. The kinship relation between an individual and the individual's progenitors. Properties attributable to your ancestry. A movement downward. The act of changing your location in a downward direction. The act of swimming. It was the swimming they enjoyed most. Filled or brimming with tears. Swimming eyes. Applied to a fish depicted horizontally. The act of swimming. It was the swimming they enjoyed most. Be covered with or submerged in a liquid. The meat was swimming in a fatty gravy. Be afloat either on or below a liquid surface and not sink to the bottom. Be dizzy or giddy. My brain is swimming after the bottle of champagne. Move as if gliding through water. This snake swims through the soil where it lives. Travel through water. We had to swim for 20 minutes to reach the shore. Move downward and lower, but not necessarily all the way. Fall from clouds. Be the essential element. Get sick. Criticize or reprimand harshly. Move downward and lower, but not necessarily all the way. Come from. Be connected by a relationship of blood, for example. She was descended from an old Italian noble family. Come as if by falling. Do something that one considers to be below one's dignity. Move downward and lower, but not necessarily all the way. The barometer is falling. The act of surrendering, usually under agreed conditions. Come into the possession of. When a wrestler's shoulders are forced to the mat. Fall from clouds. Rain, snow and sleet were falling. Lose an upright position suddenly. A sudden decline in strength or number or importance. The fall of the House of Habsburg. Fall or flow in a certain way. Fall to somebody by assignment or lot. A sudden sharp decrease in some quantity. When that became known, the price of their stock went into free fall. A free and rapid descent by the force of gravity. Touch or seem as if touching visually or audibly. Decrease in size, extent, or range. Come as if by falling. A downward slope or bend. The season when the leaves fall from the trees. In the fall of 1973. The time of day immediately following sunset. They finished before the fall of night. A sudden drop from an upright position. Come under, be classified or included. Fall into a category. Be inherited by. A lapse into sin, a loss of innocence or of chastity. A fall from virtue. A movement downward. The rise and fall of the tides. Assume a disappointed or sad expression. Be born, used chiefly of lambs. Be captured. Be cast down. Be due. Payments fall on the first of the month. Begin vigorously. Come out. Issue. Descend in free fall under the influence of gravity. Die, as in battle or in a hunt. Several deer have fallen to the same gun. Drop oneself to a lower or less erect position. Go as if by falling. Lose office or power. Lose one's chastity. A fallen woman. Move in a specified direction. The line of men fall forward. Occur at a specified time or place. Christmas falls on a Monday this year. Pass suddenly and passively into a state of body or mind. Fall into a trap. Slope downward. The hills around here fall towards the ocean. Suffer defeat, failure, or ruin. We must stand or fall. The lapse of mankind into sinfulness because of the sin of Adam and Eve. To be given by assignment or distribution. To be given by right or inheritance. Yield to temptation or sin. Move downward and lower, but not necessarily all the way. Disappear beyond the horizon. Go under. Stop operating. Grow smaller. Be defeated. If America goes down, the free world will go down, too. A series of acts at a nightclub. A spot that is open late at night and that provides entertainment, as singers or dancers, as well as dancing and food and drink. Don't expect a good meal at a cabaret. Golf equipment used by a golfer to hit a golf ball. A team of professional baseball players who play and travel together. Each club played 6 home games with teams in its own division. A spot that is open late at night and that provides entertainment, as singers or dancers, as well as dancing and food and drink. The gossip columnist got his information by visiting nightclubs every night. Strike with a club or a bludgeon. A formal association of people with similar interests. He joined a golf club. A building that is occupied by a social club. The clubhouse needed a new roof. A playing card in the minor suit that has 1 or more black trefoils on it. He led a small club. Gather and spend time together. They always club together. Gather into a club like mass. Club hair. Stout stick that is larger at one end. He carried a club in self-defense. Unite with a common purpose. The 2 men clubbed together. A spot that is open late at night and that provides entertainment, as singers or dancers, as well as dancing and food and drink. The gossip columnist got his information by visiting nightclubs every night. A spot that is open late at night and that provides entertainment, as singers or dancers, as well as dancing and food and drink. A spot that is open late at night and that provides entertainment, as singers or dancers, as well as dancing and food and drink. Sink below the surface. Go under or as if underwater. Put under water. Sink below the surface. Go under or as if underwater. Cover completely or make imperceptible. Put under water. Submerge your head completely. Fill or cover completely, usually with water. A dive of an airplane that is accelerated both by gravity and by the power of the engine. A person who gains weight. A dive in which the diver throws the feet forward to complete a full backward somersault and enters the water feet first and facing away from the diving board. A person who gains an advantage or gains profits. She was clearly the gainer in that exchange. A dive in which the diver throws the feet forward and up to complete a half backward somersault and enters the water facing the diving board. A large knife with 1 or more folding blades. A dive in which the diver bends to touch the ankles before straightening out. Dive into the water bending the body at the waist at a right angle, like a jackknife. A dive in which the diver throws the feet forward to complete a full backward somersault and enters the water feet first and facing away from the diving board. A dive in which the abdomen bears the main force of impact with the water. A dive in which the abdomen bears the main force of impact with the water. A dive in which the abdomen bears the main force of impact with the water. A dive in which the abdomen bears the main force of impact with the water. Diving into the water from a steep overhanging cliff.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.